Hello everyone, I am back and feeling so much better. I just want to thank everybody who sent up prayers for me and my family and sent well wishes. I really appreciate you guys. I really, from the bottom of my heart, needed that. So I just want to let you guys know thank you so much for just saying kind things and prayers and all of that. But this is gonna be a fun video. You can see by the title is the eyeshadow palette tag round 2. This was created by Samantha March and Allie Glines. I have yet to watch their video. I watched everybody else's but theirs, and I need to do that after I film this one. I've seen so many videos but not theirs. It's weird that I haven't looked at theirs yet, but this is going to be my version and my take. It might be similar to others in the beauty space because we all, when something's good, it's good, you know? So let's get started. The first question is all-time favorite palette. For me, because I'm more of a neutral girl, it will have to go to, maybe a surprise to you guys, but if you know me, this won't be a surprise. It is the Mothership Bronze Seduction palette. I love this palette. It's a go-to, it's a staple, it's the GOAT. I love neutrals, but you do get your pop of special formulas, but this is well loved, well used. I love it so much. I'm looking over in my viewfinder to make sure you guys can see this without a glare. Yeah, I absolutely adore this palette. This will always be in my collection. I will never let it go. If I hear that this is gonna be discontinued, I will buy more. This is my favorite formula, favorite color story. I just love it. So this is my all-time favorite palette. You put it back, Pat McGrath gotta go back in her packaging, okay? The next question is your new favorite palette. This palette has been out for a while and I've had it for a while, but it did come out in 2021. So it might come to a shock to you guys because I hardly wear color, but I would have to say the Norvina ABH palette is my new favorite. It's my favorite just to play with, not going anywhere, just playing with it, looking at it. The color story is so pretty. If I'm gonna wear color, it's probably gonna be this or pink. Yeah, I just love this. I love this palette. The color story is so beautiful to me. The formula is really nice. If you watched my 2021 favorites, you should have seen this in here because it is a favorite for sure, and I love it so much. All right, the next question is, what palette do you keep for the memories? And I would have to say it's my Lorac Pro palette. This is old, dusty, and crusty. I've hit pan on it. I've used it. This was like one of the first palettes to my collection, and I keep it for the memories because I wore this on my wedding day. So I will always keep it. I don't use it, but I just hold on to it. My husband bought it for me, and I also used it on my wedding day. So I will keep this forever. He bought me this palette when we first got together. Didn't have a lot of money. This is very special to me and I will never get rid of it. The next question is the most underrated palette in your opinion in your collection. I would have to say the most underrated palette to me is the Dior Backstage Amber Neutrals palette. I don't really see a lot of people talk about this, but if you don't do YouTube, if you're not a makeup enthusiast, I really think this is a staple palette to have in your collection. If you just want a little something, a little everyday wearable palette, it's this. It does come, I never use this, but it does come with a primer. I never use the primer in the palette, but I do use this a lot. I actually forgot to mention this palette in my 2021 favorites because this definitely got a lot of use, especially during our move, because I'm a neutrals girl anyways. It's small, it's compact, the formula is good, and I like the color story. So I would have to say the most underrated palette for me is this Dior Backstage Amber Neutrals palette. The next question is not a favorite, but you can't get rid of it. And I would have to say it's the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. The formula to me is, for me, is difficult to work with. I'm not really used to this formula, but I love, love, love the color story. Like, I just feel like you can get a really beautiful look with this color story. I just don't like the formula. This was in a favorites because of its color story, but I did find some difficulty using a few of the shadows. But I did hear that they reformulated this, so I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up or not, but it's this one. It's so pretty, and it's like I can make it work, but I don't enjoy that. Like, I just want it to be a smooth, easy process, and it isn't for me to get a good look with this palette. So that's why I don't really like, but I can't declutter it. I don't know. I think it's so beautiful and I don't want to get rid of it. All right, the next question, I have my notebook. That's why I keep looking down here. The next question is, why did I write so small? That's not the question. The next question is most favorite collab. My number one favorite collab, I don't think it's gonna be a surprise to anybody. It's the ABH and Jackie Aina palette. This palette is destroyed. I use this palette a lot. I used it at the beginning of the year and then I put it down because I used it heavily in 2020, but hands down, this is my favorite one. I love it. But I do have a new favorite collab, and that would have to be the Hummingbird palette. It's by Tina, the Fancy Face here on YouTube, and Odin's Eye. This, I haven't like made a look, but I have played with it a lot. I think I might do like a springy, summery look. This palette is so beautiful. The formula, the consistency, how it blends is so pretty. So I feel like this is, because it's not so much neutral, I can't say it's like hands down my favorite because I am a neutrals girl, but I'm trying to wear more color. As you can see today, I'm not as comfortable with finding the right color combinations, but I'm trying to figure it out. But yes, this palette is like, I know these are discontinued items, but if you got your hands on it, you know that this formula is excellent. I wish I would have got all the other ones that they collaborated with, but you know, my coins, my pocket was a little dry. It had a little dust in it, so I could only get one, and this is the one I chose. So this is beautiful, you guys, and I can't wait to do a summer spring look with it. Okay, the next question is your favorite from 2021. I don't know if this counts because the name of this palette doesn't say it's an eyeshadow, and I think this won't come to anybody's surprise, but my favorite from the year, from 2021, is the Natasha Denona Glam face palette, and I got the dark one. You guys, I use this almost every time I wear makeup. If you're not new to the Natasha Denona family, you know her formula is excellent, and I just feel like this is so convenient. I love neutrals, as I said probably 100 times already, and this is just convenient. This is like no muss, no fuss. Get your foundation, your concealer, bronzer, and then everything else is in here, and I enjoy using it, and I'm still using it. So I think this might be in my 2022 favorites too, because I'm not really hauling that much. I set a budget of $500 to spend on makeup this year, and that's all I'm gonna get. All right, the next question is a palette that you didn't expect to love, but you do. and I have talked about this palette quite a bit, so you guys probably already know what this is if you're subscribed to my channel and this is not your first time watching me, and it is the Give Me Glow Vintage Rose palette. I mean, I thought I was gonna get this and I'm like, oh, it's cute, and it is cute, but I really enjoy using this palette. Like I said, if I'm gonna wear colors, it's normally gonna be pink or purple. So I've been using the pink and the cranberry shades, but I also use the green in there, like that aged like olive color and that hunter green vine color. Love it. This palette, I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, but it's awesome and I'm so glad I added it to my collection in 2021. The next question is the palette that sparks joy, and I mean, of course, my Lorac one sparks joy as well because it's my wedding day palette. So I really, really love that, and it does spark joy because it was a happy time. Also, the next one that sparks joy is another Pat McGrath palette, and it's the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Divine Rose 2 palette. This is so beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. And I got the specialty color. Ooh, I'm showing all my business. Telling my secrets. Anyways, beautiful packaging. I love this palette. You might be like, Alex, this is untouched. And you're right, it is. Because my parents got this for me. And then one of my friends got me this palette as well. And it is in the black packaging, and I used that one, but she asked to borrow it, so she has it right now, so I'm showing this palette. But I wore this on my birthday. My parents got this for me, and I don't share a lot, but I've been going through a lot, and I'm not a rather open person, but when they got this for me, I was going through a lot, and it gave me joy and light in a dark place. So it holds sentimental value because I love makeup. They know I love makeup, so they got this for me, and it's beautiful. I wore it on a special day, which was my birthday. I, of course, love the Pat McGrath formula, so I love this, and this sparks so much joy when I look at it, and I can't wait to use this one. I think I'm gonna let my friend have the other one because that was so selfless for her to get that for me. She didn't know I already had it, and she knew I love Pat McGrath. The next question, I think, is the newest palette to your collection, and that would have to be, for me, the Natasha Denona Retro palette. I got this for Christmas. I bought this for myself for Christmas, and I have not even used it yet. I want to film a get ready with me using this. Everybody raved about this. This was on a lot of favorites lists of 2021 as well. And I wasn't gonna get it, but everybody was raving about it. The color story is pretty, and I saw Heavy on the Chai use this palette, and she looked gorgeous, but everything looks good on her, so I might not want to buy because of that. She could put dirt on her face and it would look good. So yeah, I love the color story. It is pretty. Like I said, if I was going to do color, it'll be pink, but I like the deeper colors. So it's more like the name retro. It's like a retro pink. I love the color combination, and I can't wait to use it, but I haven't used it yet. The last question is, what is the first palette you used in 2022? And because I've been sick and not doing that much, I know exactly what palette that is, and you might have seen me use this on camera. It is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. This was the first palette that I used, and I actually have been using it a lot. I've been using more of the cooler tones in this palette, and I really have been enjoying it. I know they released a new palette, but since I'm on a no buy, I'm not getting it, but it does look real good. I really enjoyed filming this kind of video. These videos I really enjoy watching on YouTube, so I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell button to be notified when I upload another video. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. Bye.